TIFU, by accidentally ordering my nudes to my very nosy parents' house. So basically, my BF's birthday is in a few days, so I was going to make him a photo album of my spicy NSFW pictures, mostly me in bra and panties and my boobs, no vagina pics. Well, I recently moved out of my parents' house, and I haven't changed the address on my Google account. When I placed the order a few hours ago, I completely forgot to change the address. I went to bed, and as I was falling asleep, I was jolted awake by the thought, holy shit, I don't think I changed the delivery address for the photos. I checked, and sure enough, I didn't. I ordered from Google Photos. And you can't cancel the order or change the address if it's been more than 2 hours since you placed it. It's been about 5 already. I'm so effed because my mom is very nosy and always goes through my mail and packages. Literally, whenever I order stuff, if I don't get to the mailbox, first thing in the morning, she opens it and then brings it to me. I've asked her to please stop doing this so many times, but she never listens and always makes up some BS excuse. Now, since I'm living in a different state, there's no way I'll be able to get to it before her. So, yeah, if I call her and ask her to send the package to me, she's going to open it and see my nudies. If I ask her to please not open it because my nudies are in it, she's going to scream at me for taking nudes. She's paranoid of Apple and Google and other big tech companies and sees them as evil, and start ranting about how Google is probably going to upload my photos to sites and send them to my college and work and ruin my life or something along those lines. She'll probably also tell my dad, and I really don't need him to find another reason to be disappointed in me, Lemayo. TLDR, I accidentally ordered my nudes to my very nosy parents' house, and it's too late to cancel the delivery or change the address. TIFU, because I agreed to foster a kitten for a coworker. So yesterday, I saw a coworker and her friend with 3 neonatal kittens of about 3 weeks. Me, being stupid and speaking before even thinking, offered to foster. I gave my coworker my number, and my coworker mentioned that someone else was interested in taking care of 2 of the kittens. Great to hear. Turns out they were going to take the 2 kittens after the kittens are old enough. Instead of refusing to take all 3 in, I gave in to the pressure of the situation I put myself in and said, okay. So now I'm going to be taking in and fostering kittens. For at least 3 to 4 weeks, my apartment complex has a strict pet policy that accepting these kittens will be breaking, and now I'm kind of scared of being caught now. I have no issue taking care of them since I know very well how to take care of neonates, but I'm going to have to transport them with me back and forth to work to keep up with bottle feedings. Any ideas on keeping them secret from my apartment complex? I feel like I'm already too far into this situation, and I can't seem to find any graceful way to backtrack. The only positive thing is that the coworker's friend said she will take back the kittens once they can eat wet or dry food, but she has struggled trying to bottle feed them and keep up on their care. Either way, my big mouth and bleeding heart dug me in quite a hole. My husband is not happy and I don't blame him. TLDR, I agreed to foster kittens even though it breaks my apartment's pet policy without thinking. TIFU, by allowing Alexa to have access to my personal photos. My dad and his new girlfriend of 2 weeks came to visit me at my home this weekend. We are all sitting in the living room and talking about how pretty the photos were that came up as the default backgrounds on my Fire TV. I said, yay, the Echo Show has a slideshow of photos that I picked to circulate so you can see out family pictures and such. So my dad feels so emboldened to say, Alexa, show me my pictures. First thing that pops up is a photo of a price tag that I had taken at a random store. That was my first red flag, and I soon realized that this is my camera roll for a few years ago and not my pre-selected photos for the slideshow. I made a point of expressing my concerns that these photos were not the ones supposed to be up there. Lo and behold, the third photo that pops up is a nice photo of my bare boobs. My face is beet red at this point, and I start freezing up, screaming at Alexa to stop while everyone is giggling. She did not stop, and it didn't occur to me to get up and unplug it. That 10 seconds felt like 10 minutes. TLDR. My dad and his new girlfriend saw my boobs on my Echo Show. TIFU by eating at Halal Guys. Last time when I ate at Halal Guys, I asked for 3 lines of red sauce, and it was at the right level of spiciness for my taste. So last night, I asked for 3 lines of sauce again, expecting to experience similar level of spiciness as last time. But nope, it was way spicier than usual. The red sauce was 3 to 4 times spicier than the last time I was there. It so was spicy I had a hard time finishing the whole plate. 4 hours after eating, I started to experience severe abdominal pain, 12 out of 10. I was in fetal position, holding my stomach, twists and turns in my bed while groaning. It was so painful at one point that I had the thoughts of going to the ER and asking for morphine. I wanted to take ibuprofen, but I didn't because it would probably make the stomach pain worse. So instead, I placed a cold bottle of water on my stomach for some relief. Thank God it was good enough for me to fall asleep. When I woke up this morning, the stomach pain was gone. I thought the nightmare was over, but nope, it was just the beginning. I had 4 diarrheas in the past 2 hours. My asshole burns each time I go to the toilet. I am writing this as water shooting out of my ass. I don't think I will going back to halal guys again. This unpleasant experience conditioned me to fear halal guys. TLDR. Halal guys destroyed my digestive system and my asshole. TIFU. By possibly ruining my career from a dating scam. Hello, Reddit. I have never posted before, so sorry if I do not write to proper Reddit standards. I, 25M, am currently a student in my last year of university. I will not say where and what field I am going into. For some more background info, I am not very good with relationships. I have dated a few girls, but realistically, I have only had one real relationship which only lasted around 1 year and ended almost 2 years ago. That relationship was incredibly toxic as my partner did some nasty things to hurt me. I am by no means the perfect partner. I messed up too, but she did some really harmful things that have kinda had me scared to get back not only into dating but talking to people in general. Recently, my friends have wanted to see me try dating apps just to test the field, as they say. I have been on both Tinder and Bumble for the past few months with mixed success. I match with a girl, we talk for a bit, and usually one of us just ghosts the other. I was never a big fan of dating apps, so I was mainly using this experience as a way to talk to people. I know, a sad and lonely life. I am in no rush to get into any relationship, as I am pretty happy being single. I have a great group of friends both on campus, at school, and online who I play games with. My school life is super busy with all the assignments and readings, along with an internship. Since I am so swamped, I have no idea why I just did what I just did, redundant. So earlier today, I matched with this girl, 23F, on Bumble, and we started talking. Really basic stuff. She then asked to video call right away, so I complied. I was surprised by her boldness, but I like people who take initiative. We follow each other on Instagram, and she video calls me. She then hung up and asked if we could talk on another app, WhatsApp. I saw no issue but found it strange to switch apps, but I went along with it. We continue talking, and she pitches doing some exciting things. Now, I know what everyone out there is thinking. This is a total scam. How did you fall for it? That's what I am also asking myself. On video call, she proceeds to strip nude and start pleasuring herself. I'll be honest, it was quite erotic. Normally, a guy like me does not do stuff like this. Maybe the desperate loser in me came out and was surprised a girl was doing this stuff for me. She then asked me to do the same. And this is where my naivety kicks in. In my mind, if she was willing to do this with complete trust in me, not to screenshot, then she wouldn't do the same, right? Wrong. The instant I pull down my pants, she hangs up. She then sends me a screen-recorded video of my face and me pulling down my pants and revealing my penis. She then proceeded to threaten me, saying she has my info and to give her more unless I wanted the video sent to all my friends and family who follow me on Instagram. She sends more screenshots of her, threatening to send the video to everybody. At this point, I finally realized I messed up and started having an anxiety attack. I run upstairs to my parents. I'm staying over for the weekend. I have my own place who are sleeping. This is at 2 a.m. I tell them what happened through lots of my own screaming and tears, saying my career is over. The career path I am going into is quite coveted in my area, and a video like this getting out would hurt. My parents, being the saints they are, tell me to calm down. My dad requests to see my phone and looks over our DMs. My dad used to work in deducing scams and explained that nothing would really come of it. While he was doing that, she started counting down in DMs from 10, saying she will expose me. My dad says there is nothing left to do but just block her. My parents then spent the next 10 minutes calming me down and reassuring me. My dad advised me that tomorrow morning to send out a message to everyone saying my iCloud was hacked. That seems like a plausible solution as my ex and I would send each other videos. We were long distance. Alternatively, my mother suggested to deny that the video was real and that it was AI generated or deep faked. And that's where I am at now. What do? I am so frustrated with myself that I fell for something like that. While I am no Einstein, I consider myself to be semi-competent. I can't even explain why I did what I did in the moment. Perhaps I really am not content right now with being single. My friends and family know that the stress of school is getting to me, but I did not think it would drive me for some momentary pleasure like this. So good, people of Reddit, what should I do next? Should I just try to ignore it or address it? Will this really come back to bite me? TLDR, I was horny and stressed, exposed myself to a Bumble match, now getting threats that she will send the video to all my friends and family. TIFU by walking in on my parents having sex. Hi everyone, I'm a 17-year-old female and oh my eyes. For context, I live at home with my parents and 5 brothers. I'm a sextuplet and we're all the same age. We were all at school today, and when we got home, I got home a little later than my siblings because of track and field practice. I heard my mom moaning in the bathroom. There's a flu going around, so I thought she might be sick, and so I went to go and check on her. The thing was, I forgot to knock first and the door was ajar. Big mistake. I looked only to find my dad in the shower with her in the middle of what looked to be a very passionate moment, if you get what I mean. I had forgotten that my dad, 40M, usually always takes Fridays off and was home, presumably alone with my mom all day. And when I saw them, it was very obvious what they were doing. My brothers were already upstairs or off doing their own thing at the time, and not gonna lie, I freaked out. I saw my dad through the steamed glass inside my mom, and it was like looking at a train wreck. I wanted to look away. I should have looked away, but I just stood there rooted to the spot, my brain frozen for a good 10 seconds, like I didn't know how to react. It wasn't that sex between 2 married people is gross or anything. It was just that, well, it hits different when it's your mom and dad. What I should have done was simply close at the door and walked away, but instead I keened a well. I'm ashamed to admit this, but I gagged and said, "Ugh, gross," out loud before running upstairs to my room and locking the door. My parents kept going as if I wasn't even in their house, and I thought that was it. But the thing was, they heard me. They knew I was there and just kept going like it didn't even matter. Not that they should have to stop being busy because their teenager came home late and heard noises, but still. When I came down for dinner tonight, my mom, 44F, was laughing at me saying, "Well, baby, I hope you learn to knock before entering," and she kissed me on the head. I nodded and said nothing because what do you say at a time like this? TLDR. I should have knocked on the door, but instead I got an eye full of my mom and dad doing the deed, and now I might be scarred for life. Please like and subscribe for more daily content.